On Discord. Forever. Alright, hey everyone, it's RockMan and Ratmus. I mean Starsky and Hutch. I mean, what? Video game no one wanted. Let me preface this by saying I have never seen this TV show. Why did we buy this?
It's hilarious. I think this came out like a year before, like that stupid remake movie.
So anyway, welcome back to a tradition that we do every year. RockMan and Ratmus stream random games that we bought at Mojo's up in Wisconsin. And Doom, once again, I can see that for the second year in a row and the third year overall, Doom went right up to his boss and said, listen here, you little shit! I'm going to take this day off to watch RockMan and Ratmus stream random Wisconsin games.
Yes.
That's how it went down, right?
I'm a bitch.
So I was going to say, why do we buy this game? Oh yeah, why did we buy so many fucking games? Well, here's the thing, is because Mojo's has a deal where it's like, most of the games are marked $2.99 or $3.99 or $5.99. So it's like you have to buy 4, or it's like I think if you get like 2 $5.99 games for $10 or something, or like 4 $2.99 games. Like the point is, you have like once you buy like 1 or 2 like of these, you have to buy more because otherwise you're not getting the deal. So, like, that's how we ended up with more games than I thought we did. And by the way, Crime Killer was $7.99, so it was not part of any deal. But it was the only one where I looked at it and I was like, this is the one we have to buy because, yeah.
City, normally a busy and dangerous place.
So, yeah, we again had problems with my capture thing, not capturing the audio. We had to, like, restart several times. Switch systems several times. Like, it'll just stop working for no reason whatsoever. The audio will just stop working. So
but today,
we're not going to stop. We're not going to, you know, hopefully not turn off anything now. Towards the end of the stream.
That's literate.
Whatever, I'm not even paying attention to this crap. Basically, we're like so fucking late. Like, we have maybe 10 minutes per game, and then we gotta move on. So, like, if a game is shitty, you know, we should spend less than 10 minutes on it and try to keep, you know, 20 minutes for Crime Killer.
This is a speed run, right?
We have 5 PS1 games and 5 PS2 games, and hopefully they'll all work on our PS2, which we're playing right now. Now, in the past, sometimes we put in these discs and they just don't load for some reason. I haven't tested any of these. Then we have 2 NES games and 1 Super Nintendo game, which hopefully we'll have time to get to, and hopefully switch the systems without it fucking up. One of the NES games, spoilers Doom, it's Silent Service, and the other games were pretty clean, but Silent Service, I looked on the inside of it, and it looks like the circuit board is completely orange rusted, and I tried to clean it, but I can't clean rust, so I don't know if that's even going to work.
They say trust doesn't rust. It's great because I'm driving, but I'm also the guy shooting.
How's the audio, by the way? Because, you know, this is a weird audio setup. I know Ratmus has to speak up. How is it?
Where are those cardboard boxes I gotta shoot? It's great, you just, you know, shoot the traffic lights and they'll change for you.
Alright, really quickly, I'm going to look at the box for Starsky and Hutch for PlayStation 2. The boys are back in town. It's time to clean up the streets of Bay City the only way Starsky and Hutch know how. With your Ford Gran Torino, not to be confused with Gran Turismo, and 357 Magnum, it's up to you to climb your way to the top of the TV ratings. Is that what you're doing, Ratmus?
Yes.
18 episodes and 3 TV specials to explore in 100 miles of Bay City streets. Play alone or with a partner. One drives and the other shoots. See, I should be playing this 2 players with you, Ratmus. Spoilers, I'd rather be dead. Perform heart-stopping stunts to keep your audience tuned in. Additional features: light gun compatible, steering wheel compatible. Imagine playing this with a steering wheel in one hand and a light gun in the other. I don't know, Doom. That's all it says.
Somebody really liked the fucking show, I'll tell you what.
That was just from the back of the box. I could read the actual instruction manual.
Desperately wants to be GTA.
We're losing now.
Welcome to the 70s. Start thinking of words like cool, disco, and peace. Grow your hair. Yeah, I've never seen the show.
Or the shitty movie, right?
The shitty movie.
This is the 70s, no way.
I don't know. It says story mode lets you play Starsky and Hutch sequentially through 18 episodes.
Yeah, I chose story mode.
Yeah, but like I'm just trying to figure out, like in the context of the game, are you Starsky and Hutch? Are they real people, or are you the actors filming the TV show? Because these are important meta questions that Chad is asking.
Not hitting assholes to totally up the ratings.
And yes, I have also seen that 70s show, but not this 70s show. And by
Oh shit!
what the hell is going on here?
Bus City!
There's also free roam mode.
Cobra and Kevin were, cops like this in the 70s.
I mean, it seems like a GTA ripoff, and was Starsky and Hutch really popular enough to connect with teenagers of the PS2 era? I don't know, but and I'm not the one playing it, so it could be total fucking shit. But honestly, it looks and sounds pretty cool for what it is. What do you think, Ratmus?
Yeah. Jeff for the civilians, partner. I just like the fact that I've been shooting this gun wildly in front of these people. How'd that guy flip over like that? Come on.
Maybe that's how they roll. We don't know. We never watched the show.
This is just how the 70s were. Fast flying cops shooting their guns like this.
And as we know, nothing bad could ever come from a culture of worshiping, loose cannon cops shooting everywhere.
Come on, he's on fire. He's got to explode soon. I get a thumbs up every time I fire my gun.
Alright, I really can't help you
Oh.
anywhere else with this, so as long as you're having fun, we could keep it for a few more minutes.
That'll teach that bastard to steal a pack of gum at a 7-Eleven.
Alright, Ratmus, put your hand on this capture card and feel how hot it's
Just
gotten.
stealing cars. For who?
Yeah, that's pretty
It
hot.
wasn't safe.
That wasn't safe what you did there. After I fired
Now-
500 rounds at a...
Doom, I don't know if I remembered to mention this, but
Remember.
is that the game fucking up?
something.
What just happened? Did I touch the capture card too much? I don't know if I mentioned this, Doom, but in order to try to capture some of the heat from the capture card, we have this ceramic. I don't know what it is, ceramic treve or whatever it's called. Something that you're supposed to put hot pots on that's on our stove, but it has a picture of, I believe, Mickey and Minnie like cooking stuff on a stove, and it's normally on our stove for hot pots and things.
I think the thing is having trouble loading. But this is a good stopping point. Anyway.
It's a great stopping point. All right, so now, all right, let's try this fucking game. Now, there were 2 different versions of this game. I think it was like Xtreme Racer 2, but this is anchovy pudding. Just put the fucking game in, because we actually, when we were messing around with the capture, we tried this game, and it has like 5 minutes of just
loading bullshit.
Screens of companies of who made the game. Anyway, it's called Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift, if Doom even heard that. He'll probably be back before the fucking game starts anyways.
Probably dead. Old age. Always something. I'd say lay down.
What you crave
is up your ass, motherfucker.
Because I know people really want it, but you know, if I put in the description of this video like a timestamp and the name of the game, then it will make chapters on YouTube so people can jump, you know, from here to kickboxing. Spoilers.
Well, that is spoilers. Good thing no one's here to see it.
What are you talking about? Millions of people are watching this on YouTube.
Only if we fall asleep.
Yes.
This is extreme, yo.
You know how you know it's extreme? Because it's spelled with an X.
Back in those days when they did that. I see. Time Attack, California Attack.
Did it really say California Attack?
Played against the Racers. No, it said CA. Play Theater.
I do want you to play California Attack.
I'll just cruise the USA, but only California.
Whoa, in the year 20XXAD.
2004, right?
The use of mountain roads has declined.
Oh God! Due to horrible conditions.
Does a racing game like this need an epic backstory?
That's not epic. It's a regular backstory that's not very good. It's extreme with an X.
How dare you? This is the most epic backstory I've ever seen. This is probably the plot of the most recent Fast and the Furious movie that everybody's going hog wild crazy for right now, and I've never seen any of them.
Yes.
What's that guy's name from the movies who died?
Paul Walker.
Rip Paul Walker. This is all in his memory. I just pissed off his estate because it's absolutely not.
Yes. Welcome to Tokyo.
Are you up to the challenge? Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift lets you test your racing skills in the picturesque mountainsides of Japan. Like, with that backstory, like, it didn't, like, there's no way that made any sense. It was like, because we made all these bypasses, because we had new technology, now the mountain roads are useless. But I saw this video that was like 70% of Japan's, like, land is, like, totally uninhabitable mountains. Like, how could they possibly even, like, do that? Like, the whole premise is questionable even, like, in Europe. But it's even less plausible in Japan.
For Doom, let's pick a wonderful Nissan car.
An electric one, I hope. Master the art of the drift. Doom, I hope you heard the disclaimer that, none of these car companies had anything to do with this game and it's just incidental. And also it had a bullshit, ridiculous backstory that's not even worth repeating. Didn't the game itself, when it was loading, say that it had nothing to do or was not endorsed by the car companies?
Mm-hmm.
But this says that it's compete with licensed cars from Nissan, Toyota, Mitsubishi, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what licensing process. Yeah, they tried to make a story like, I assume, Fast and the Furious, but I've never seen those movies, so who knows. The whole fucking game is nonsense that doesn't make sense. Just start racing already. Did you just make a car like the Hachi Roku?
Yes.
Is that the car from Initial D?
Yeah. Except this is the Nissan Leaf. Going to make. And it's Xtreme with an X. It'll be evolved.
It's Xtreme with kanji.
Yeah, I wasn't, reading the fucking story. Dude, that's how great it is.
You guys need to respect this game's story. It said in the futuristic year of 20XX AD, they made all of these road bypasses so that mountain roads were left standing useless. So the government made some like top secret, racing circuit where like people could use the now useless mountain roads as a top secret extreme race. I don't know if it was top secret, but it's an extreme racing track because mountain roads are useless in the future of Japan. And it was all like done in like an epic, text crawl over like weird, like black and white mountains and stuff. It looked like a fucking movie.
Okay.
Yes, like a real racer, use automatic transmission.
Of course it's automatic.
Do I-
It's electric, in here.
Do I even need to read the fucking instruction manuals?
Kids these days don't. You should.
So what mode did you pick? Conquest?
Yeah.
See, there was something called California Attack. I wanted to pick that. We should do that next.
Well, first let me try a damn race.
Yeah, it's like we've already wasted 5 minutes out of our 10-minute allotted time just getting the game to load to this point.
This totally looks like your car too, right? It's like,
What? Why is the gears grinding and you're going 30 miles an hour?
Because I had to buy they only started me with like X amount of yen, so.
Ropyakuin?
Yes.
Wow, we've streamed a lot of terrible racing games, in the past few years, but this one just might be the fucking worst. Like, even right out of the gate, like, having you go through 5 minutes of customizing your car and bullshit story for this?
Well, I think the problem was the stupid story, hypes it up extreme with an X, and this is what you get.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like...
This is like Vanilla Racer 101.
I mean, it's even worse than that, because, the way it's, grinding your brakes and you're not even going 200 miles an hour. You should... it shouldn't be that realistic. You should just start out and just go 200 miles per hour and just start racing. This is nonsense.
Those California points.
Apparently you're getting California points. Yeah, make a replay of that. I'm joking, do not do that.
God, that was thrilling, because my, according to me, Doom's bar for thrilling is Poe Monroe, so everything else is thrilling. I think that car, needs to be souped the hell up, otherwise it, can't race for shit. And it's worth it, right?
Is there any way you can go back to the menu without waiting 5 minutes?
That's what the menus are.
End game. Never to play again.
No.
Yeah, do not save. Okay, go to California Attack. I want to see what this is. Before we stop this game and burn it.
To another DVD to play it again. Let's see.
Attack! Alright, pick something fucking interesting. I don't know.
Haruna. Let's do a normal car, not that shit that I picked. Look at those great colors.
So how was that Mongolian beef that we had for lunch and are going to have for dinner?
It was delicious.
Would you even, say it was succulent?
Very succulent, sure. And spicy.
RockMan and Ratmus would never overuse the word succulent. It was succulent. There's gotta be something wrong with this. I can't believe that this game would be like this.
What studio made this crap? Crave, what'd you say?
Well, yeah, it said Crave Entertainment, Crave Games, but then it also said Genki, and it had that ridiculous, like, terrible hand drawing of a horrible looking face. Like, that says it all right there.
I think they just spent all the money on the licensing for the cars.
Clearly, they shouldn't have spent any. They should have just stole the license and apologized for it later. Apparently. Okay, what is this song, and is it going to get DMCA'd? Let's see if I... Okay, I just wanted to see if I muted the in-game music, would it, fuck up me turning it back on?
We're generic offspring, motherfuckers.
Yes. Alright, just once you finish this race, which I don't even want you to finish, then we're getting out of this fucking game, I'll tell you that. Only question is, which game do we do next?
It's like, I'm a quarter of the way to the end. I just feel like turning it off. Like, I don't feel like finishing...
Turn it off, then.
Like, finishing the race, but like that's how freaking bad this game is.
Yeah, wow, that was terrible.
$2.99, Jesus.
At least it wasn't $3.99. Alright, Ratmus picked this game.
It's better than that racing game.
Maybe I'll find the box art because it kind of looks like Jack Bauer.
It's Jake and Booer. I mean, what?
No, it's Steve McQueen. I teased this last night. Let's see. They have a picture here where it's reversed.
Whoa. Just reverse the reverse. And then reverse the curse.
Alright, here's the box art. It's called The Great Escape for PS2. Now, is it based on a movie called The Great Escape?
Gotham Games, same people that did the Starsky and Hutch thing. Oh god, we need more memory card space. Are you going through?
Not this. Not The Great Escape restaurant.
Got Ham City.
Alright, so you can see what I was talking about. It looks like Jack Bauer, but it's supposed to be Steve McQueen. I guess it's an epic adventure suspense war film starring Steve McQueen from 1963. But on the back, it had him driving a motorcycle. So I was like, what the hell? Like, okay, but now I look closer, and it's like he's escaping from Nazis or something? Yeah, Germany, 1942. He's in prison deep behind enemy lines. Command your team of prisoners to break free and strike at the Reich. Based on the MGM classic film, superstar Steve McQueen is digitally resurrected without his estate's permission. I just added that part. To star in this saga of courage and heroism, triumph over the evil Nazi empire as the mastermind of the Great Escape. Never seen the movie.
Just like Starsky and Hutch.
No, just like Starsky and Hutch, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Fuck, easy. Let's do it medium style. Which one takes us to Albuquerque?
Okay, this game sounds quieter.
At least it's rather nice to know you're wanted.
How's that?
For us, it is not a matter for levity. There
A little
will be
bit
no
louder.
escapes from this camp.
It is the sworn duty of all officers to try to escape. If they can't, it is sworn duty to cause the enemy to use an inordinate number of troops to guard them.
The men under your authority have been most successful.
Is this Hogan's Heroes?
MacDonald, caught in Senua, escaped.
I haven't seen that either, but I assume this was like that.
4 escapes. Squadron leader Roger Bartlett, 11 escape attempts. Pendley, the
Where's my
Americans,
vice boss?
5. He even tried to jump out of a truck.
999.
Endless.
Other, Nazi references can we make?
Has made 17 attempted escapes, and so on. This is close to insanity, and it must stop.
Quite. Do you expect officers to forget their duty?
No, it is precisely because we expect the opposite that we have brought you here. This is a new camp. We have in
Hogan.
fact put all of our rotten eggs in one basket, and we intend to watch this basket carefully. Give up your foolish escape attempts, and with a little intelligent cooperation,
This isn't pretending to be
you can all
extreme.
sit out of the war as comfortably as possible.
Well, well, the goons think they have it all figured out, hmm?
Goons.
Bringing all the troublesome escapees into one camp must have seemed like a good way to control the problem. Or not. You see, we have a plan. An escape plan, that is, and an outstanding group of gentlemen to carry it out. The first officer is a Scottish chap called MacDonald, a good sort, RAF pilot, a good leader of men. Gets on well with the lads.
Like, and I thought making a game out of Starsky and Hutch was questionable. Like, no one would have been interested in this piece of shit.
Yes. We're going to get to the fireworks factory.
You gotta get to start the game.
Gotta be immersed first in this wonderful story. 317 bomb. Whoa. Yes. Too busy to watch Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Ratmus would rather have a game based on Mary Poppins to show to that Major Zero or whatever the hell you're talking about.
It's like where you actually fly a kite. Pilot engaged.
Sir, Jones is dead, and there are fires breaking out all over the aircraft. Steer your course forward. I'll attend to it.
Oh, I'm hitting buttons trying to. Okay. Apparently, like the stick doesn't do anything. Pick up items. Press the triangle, a circle.
Sir, the fires are spreading.
Holy shit. The game controls take up 3 pages. They're so complicated.
I'm like running out of time.
Sir, the fire is nearly into the bomb bay.
The Bombay Jedi.
It says action button X. Use item R1 button /X. You move with the.
Yeah, it's dark as fuck. It doesn't tell you like what to do in your time. That's like a beautiful way to start a game. Sound screen.
Sentry screen.
No way to change the brightness.
We've taken damage. I'm going to check it out.
It says you move forwards, backwards, or sidestep left and right with the left analog stick. With the right analog stick, you can turn left or right. Circle would make you crouch or lie down. Yeah, it says the action button is X, or use item is R1. Start is pause. Aggressive movements. Punch / fire weapon R1. Did you do something?
I think I was able to progress by putting out the stupid fires.
I'm not going to be able to fight off all steal the wireless board. I'll keep the real gunning position.
This is so effing realistic, you can't see anything. Like, it's even darker on the on-screen than it is on the television.
Yeah, I can't see what the fuck is going on, so maybe I'm supposed to shoot those guys.
It's like, I could mess with the brightness on the stream, but like, I feel like the game was intended to be like this, so.
We definitely got the chaos of war over here.
Yes, and you would know because you fought in D-Day.
I think those are my allies, but like
Level 1 walkthrough, and it's like after you're in the camp, so like this isn't even level 1, like this is tutorial. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, no. I was wrong. This story's just weird. Okay, it actually tells you. My God, and it takes up so much like superfluous information. Putting out the fires, timer, the fire, locate the fire extinguisher, to fight the fire, press it. I mean, you already did that, so. Okay.
Hopefully you can't game over from shooting your allies.
Use the right analog stick to move the tail gun right. Fire the gun at the incoming enemy fighters by pressing the R1 button. Try not to hit the other bombers in your squadron. After you have successfully helped to defend the bomber, you will have 2 more objectives. Like, that's all it says. To find the bomber's code book and destroy it. You will see the cog action icon and already have a lighter in your hands. Then you must find a parachute and bail out before the bomber explodes. Let's see if you can do what it tells you to do. You're supposed to find the code book and destroy it. Helps if this guy's, yelling at you in Scottish. Let's do something with that. I think you did that. Now you need to find a parachute.
Just like the drill! Abandoned aircraft!
Probably look in the back. The cockpit, I think.
We've been hit!
I thought I was going in the back. Apparently I was in the back. Let's see where it restarts, baby.
Stop it, driver, sir! Go ahead! We've lost visual of the poor sons! Done! We've taken damage! I'm going to check it out!
Is this before or after the gun shooting?
I think this is before. I think it's completely... Yeah, one...
Sir, Jones is dead!
Fuck
There are
this.
fires breaking out all over the aircraft!
Alright, fuck it.
Steer your course
Like,
forward.
when you start your first level of the game, it's supposed to get people interested, and like having a limited time to do stuff, not being able to see what you're doing,
People love that.
is fucking terrible.
People love having a time limit.
Like, that should have been a cutscene, and then you start in the camp. Was it Xtreme, though?
Alright, I bought this game just because of the cover. Because I was like, what the fuck is going on? So let me find the box art and show it to you guys on stream. It's called Power Drome. But like, it has a weird circular icon thing to the left of it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But like, what the hell is going on?
Fuck is that?
Whoa. What is going on here?
Sounds like the game's struggling to load.
Hello there?
Where's Quack?
Alright, the back of the box. Get ready for fast futuristic racing as you strap yourself into a supersonic flying craft and experience the most intense competition in the galaxy.
General Kenobi.
Ratmus, are you ready for fast futuristic racing?
I don't know. I might all be extremed out from those, mountain roads that aren't being used anymore. Holy fuck, it's Ex Machina shit over here.
Holy shit, it's alien robots.
So it's Doom? What?
And regular robots.
Super fighting robots.
And Star Wars ripoffs.
Let's hope we get to run over Jar Jar.
Was this like literally a Phantom Menace pod racing ripoff?
Probably.
Race against a variety of characters, each with their own personality, racing style, and friends. Yes, you need to pick the Sebulba. Fly around the track or through the streets at
Breaking necks?
No, breathtaking. I thought it said breakneck speeds, but it said breathtaking speeds in single player and split screen multiplayer. Named yourself Anakin or something.
I
Realistic damage.
Quick Race, Championship, Galleria.
Wait, did I say you should have named yourself Anakin and you said that you did?
Yeah. We haven't even unlocked so
Oh my
yet.
god, there's only 2 characters you can play as? Play as the slut.
What are we waiting for?
She's totally the one on the cover, right? So at least this game's instruction manual is extremely short.
So it's Xtreme.
It's got like the usual warnings, table of contents, how to turn on your PS2. Then it's got 1 page for all the controls, 1 page for like explaining the HUD.
See you later.
What?
There's a button to flip people off.
Nice.
Feels
It's
just like
extreme.
Luigi. That right there was more extreme than the frickin' Extreme Tokyo shit.
So let me reiterate. There's 1 page for the controls, 1 page for the HUD, and then there's 1, 2, 3 pages like basically explaining.
I think this is just like issues reading the disc to Doom. I don't think this is like supposed to be happening.
Is our PS2 really dying?
It's been having issues for a while.
I know. I thought it was all the games we were buying, but maybe it's our PS2. Or no, it's got 4 pages basically explaining like the controls, options, multiplayer. Then it's got a page of warranty, and that's it. Like the whole instruction manual, including the warranties and all that bullshit, is only 9 pages.
Great, let's just keep the rumbling though.
That sucks because this actually was starting to look good compared to the other fucking games we were playing.
I'm doing a thing from Metal Gear where I'm putting the vibrating thing on my neck because, you know, Solid Snake loves that.
Does it look scratched or anything? You gonna buy a new PS2 or something?
Yes. With HDMI out.
How much is that gonna fucking cost?
Oh, God. Easy. Swap my, retro machine that's like 18 old systems, in one giant, like, heavy box of a console.
There are PS2 to HDMI adapters, which I was going to look into. But it's like, how do you buy a PS2? GameStop.
Google, how to buy a PS2?
First thing that came up was GameStop.
GameStop where DK, used to work.
Here's on Amazon, PlayStation 2 console, slim PS2 in stock soon. This product is available as renewed. I'm guessing that means like used and refurbished.
Yeah, probably.
Product works and looks like new. It's $209 on Amazon. They say they have $7 left in stock. $200 for a new PS2. I didn't really look for a PS2 at Mojo's. I don't know if they had any.
I don't think this is working. Still, in the limited amount I played it, I liked it more than those other 2 games.
Like Starsky and Hutch, though.
I enjoyed the nonsense of that.
Why does it always happen where, like, the games I pick that I think are going to be stupid, I'm like, oh, this is stupid, just throw this in there. Like, this one's probably going to be great, let's devote time to this. And it's always the opposite of what we think. Like, always the games, that we think are going to be good are terrible, and vice versa. Okay, so I hope this fucking works. It's a boxing game called Black and Bruised. And it looks like they're ripping off Wii Punch-Out. If this even works. When life backs you into a corner, come out swinging. To these guys, boxing's no game. It's a matter of survival. 19 outrageous characters, and you better be able to choose all 19 of them.
When life backs you into a corner, make
Fight their way through grueling over-the-top slugfest to win fame, fortune, or respect, but not all of them, just one of them.
Not in this economy.
Yes, it's not that type of economy where you can get fame, fortune, and respect. It's fame, fortune, or.
Right, you pick and choose. Said continue without saving, damn it.
Play through their intertwining lives as they literally beat each other black and bruised. Again, great story.
Whoa. That was extreme. That's digital fiction right there.
Good afternoon, digital fiction.
Whoa.
They are the strongest.
The Kaiser.
Oh, shit, this music's copyrighted.
Ruthless fighters.
Just kidding, no way this music could be copyrighted.
Drawn to the thrill of raw combat, they've sworn to challenge any contender in any arena.
Whoa.
Anytime.
The Spaniard. Whoa, that's censored.
Yes, it's a story of love.
Some fisting right there.
And of triumph. For these urban gladiators, they can only
Got girl on girl fisting. I mean, what?
one way in or out of her.
Girl on girl action.
Black.
Italian on Italian action.
Sometimes just beating it with both hands.
That guy's an Irish stereotype.
Got boob physics, major pain, you got criminal.
Italian beef action. We got Mexican wrestlers that the name, I can't remember what the name is.
You got the geisha.
And all the women have boob physics. Then there's that guy. We got Italian versus Irish beatdowns in the 1920s.
That'll be the bee's knees with Nick Bruiser. Boxer's life.
That's like a bug's life, right? Oh god, they're not all unlocked.
Which one looks like the sluttiest bitch?
Wait, look at their names.
Holly Vixen, that sounds slutty. Knuckles Nadine.
She's up for some fisting.
Unlocking Nux. Jumpin' Janet.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. What?
Looks like a mime.
What?
Knuckles.
Yeah, where's Cobra? We're gonna play as Knuckles here. You should be loving this.
Knuckles Nadine, one of the toughest broads to ever hit the ring, and damn hot looking too. Before becoming a pro boxer, she wasted her time in the rodeo of all things. Well, you know what they say, you can take the girl out of the trailer park, but every time Nadine won at the rodeo, which was a lot, she sang her victory song. She was completely talentless, but had a great set of lungs, if you know what I mean. So the guys encouraged her. Not everyone was a fan, of course.
This is rated teen, by the way.
How do you fight Buff Nixon?
I'm sorry, were you singing? I thought it was a dog.
I'll teach you to interrupt my singing.
Whoa, 10 out of 10 voice acting. That guy back there is really interested in the fight.
Stick move.
So Doom, how does this compare to Wii Punch-Out? Why is there acid falling on you?
I don't know. I think I used like a special weapon or something.
I was going to read the instruction manual, but I have to apologize to everyone in chat who is literally Kodoom. There's no instruction manual in here. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just looks, it looks so similar to me just in, like, the character design, except for the sluttiness of it. It seems like they were trying to make an edgier Punch-Out. But yeah, I guess it's not the same. That was just,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I guess I could look this up on Wikipedia and see what it says.
Because I'm just button mashing.
Wow. Here's... Let me read to you the entire Wikipedia article for this game. Black and Bruised is a boxing-based fighting video game developed by Digital Fiction and published by Majestico Entertainment in 2003 in North America. In the PAL regions such as Europe and Australia, is published by Vivendi Universal Games. The game received mixed or average reviews on both platforms according to video game reviewer aggregator Metacritic. It's released on GameCube and PS2. That's it. That's the entire article. There is
Digital pictures.
no Digital Fiction.
Oh, fiction.
Good afternoon, Digital Fiction. That's it. It's a boxing game. It was made by these people in this year. Mixed or average reviews. The end. Yeah, it says gameplay. This section is empty. You can help by adding to it. Ratmus, you want to add about how the gameplay is?
2, 3, 4.
Okay. So I'll just type that in here. It's shit.
8.
Right on Wikipedia.
First time it's ever been streamed, right?
Probably. It's funny, like, on the cover, they put the Irish guy, and then behind him is, like, the pissed off redhead chick, and then, like, the black guy who you said looked like Major Payne.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Stay down, bitch. Oh, come on.
She looks like she's had enough.
Now you've had enough, bitch.
Knockout.
Good
Yeah, I
fight.
lost.
Not.
Loser!
Still got my boots on.
Still got my boots.
I thought that's what she was saying.
No.
I'm gonna try, like, the regular mode, maybe. I think we should do at least one other fight before moving on.
I want to play as Holly Dixon because she's a slut.
Okay. Through her life.
Harley Vixen, tough as hell, into leather bikes and vines. Tell me, what's not to love? Man, she was my kind of broad. Anyway, this one time she went back home to help out her old man. He was messed up with some shady deal gone south.
And she had a great set of lungs, if you know what I mean.
Run his garage until he was back on his feet. Should have been easy, but nothing ever is.
Nothing's ever easy, motherfucker.
This game should be easy, but it's not.
This game should be good.
Look at that ass!
There's a lot of guys out there figure a woman's
I like to
place in
480p that, if you know what I mean.
That Irish guy is looking at that ass.
You just have to be patient. Smile pretty and be polite.
Yeah, you think it's hard to type in boxing gloves? Try fixing a carburetor.
That's how Holly always dealt with it.
Like playing Bayonetta.
You need to box with your other
I
hand?
just wanted to take a look under your hood, kitten.
Well, I'll show you what a knockout's all about.
after this, try one of the other sled story modes. I'm gonna look and see if there's any kind of snack that we can try on stream for the fun of it.
Yeah, it's not a stereotype.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
What mashed the shit out of it.
One, two, three, 4. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
You guys insult Irish people.
Sadie liked hickory smoked bison.
Of course you do.
Let's see. Bison beef. Well, it has bison and beef. It's disingenuous.
It's called the meat of it, dude. Bison beef.
One,
It's bison, comma beef,
3,
comma water, salt, spices, dextrose, sodium, enthorbate, lactic acid, sodium nitrate. I don't think there's anything that would hurt Sadie.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Alright, so we have that. I also have these weird snacks called cheddar fries, flavored corn and potato snacks. So they're sort of like a potato chip in the shape of a fry. Maybe they're corn, I don't know. They're corn and potato somehow. Really weird looking, so I had to get them.
I actually won.
Back to the junkyard for you.
Look, Mom, naughty.
One time, Jackpot stopped by for a little midnight visit. Seemed Harney's old man owed him some cash, so he figured he'd help himself while the garage was empty. He didn't count on Harney being there.
So yeah, these are bison snack bites, and their smell is really strong. They're hickory smoked, premium Midwestern bison snack bites. Yeah, it says beef added. Yeah, they're good. You can taste the bison, you can taste the hickory.
Yeah.
Sadie and Ratmus agree that they're good.
So what else do you want me to do before I stop? One more?
Yeah, pick one more chick. Alligator! Is she the master of love?
Alligator. Cute kid. A little messed up in the noggin, if you know what I mean. Lived alone in the swamp with the gators. Liked animals better than people. She was always hooked up with some crazy tree-hugging group around here. But she could fight. Yes, sir. She could fight.
She could also
Royal
fucking
King
alligator.
shows up in the swamp one day, trying to break Allie's lease and getting her kicked off his land. On his end, what else in the hell getting that sinking feeling?
Honestly, we love what you haven't done with the place.
Care for a swim in the gator pool?
Say cake style. This guy's having a holy day, you know what I mean?
So I'm eating these cheddar fries, and I'm very confused about them. They have a lot of seasonings on them and taste like sour cream and onion. And they're shaped like French fries. But I'm still not sure what they are. It says corn and potato. How can they be both corn and potato? Yeah, Sadie can't eat these. They don't like the taste. Like, I think it tastes fine. It's just I don't know what to make of it. You don't like sour cream and stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ratmus wants more bison.
7, 8.
You also have bison summer sausage. Ratmus cares more about his bison than he does this game.
3, 4, 5.
I don't want to eat, too much of these, obviously. I just wanted to try some stuff.
I took the loser.
Bite me.
And the game was silly, but overall it sucks. Like just lacking a lot of good things, I guess.
Thought you were gonna say it was silly but really fun. But no.
It wasn't terrible, but it doesn't play well.
Okay,
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. The frickin' controls didn't say. Now we're in the PS1 era.
that was our PS2 game, so now we're into the PS1. Let's see if this works. How about this piece of shit?
Start the day. Also, Doom, our dad has a scooter, electronic scooter, and we couldn't get it to move. I found, on the bottom of the back, left tire, there's a little brake lever that you need to pull. There's nothing in the instruction manual about it. The pictures don't even show it existing. So, I just, found it and messed with it to make it work. My dad tried to call their helpline. It says, check online, boomer, and hangs up. There's no, way to talk to somebody. It's all, chat on a computer, which, people of his generation can't figure out easily. But, yeah, there's nothing in the frickin' guide about troubleshooting or any of that shit. It's fucking horrible. He said he was going to complain. I don't know if he will or not. You get a little food.
Okay, so this game has an awesome looking cover, but I'm sure it's terrible. It's called Battle Stations, and it says it has explosive 2-player action.
And diarrhea.
Probably mostly diarrhea.
It's graphics. Shit, it's the Soviets. Pew, pew, pew. That you son of a bitch. Oh shit.
Here, look at this cover.
Battle Station. player arcade or campaign? I'll do arcade.
All hands on deck.
Did you say lion dick?
He said all hands on deck. Battle Stations does not support turbo functions.
Does not support war.
In arcade mode, you engage immediately in tactical combat. The strategic map is not available.
Oh shit. The fuck?
Is this just like, you know, a tournament fighter? Like you were just playing except with battleships?
I guess, but like...
No ship, like either one of those. You're like an aircraft carrier fighting a submarine. Neither one of them could move like that. But sure.
You know, just like Vietnam.
I wasn't in Vietnam, but I'm pretty sure this is nothing like Vietnam.
I went to Vietnam and played this shitty game. In the name.
Music is pretty cool. The fucking idea of it is kind of cool. Like, I guess maybe that's why they did that. It's totally unrealistic, but
It plays like shit.
but as we saw earlier, like as we saw earlier, there was a game that tried to be too realistic, and it was stupid. And it's like if this game is realistic, it wouldn't have worked. It has to be outrageous in order to be a fun game. But even besides that, the games are all shit. Oh, it has a cast of characters: Admiral Turner Delaney,
Admiral Turn-based.
Vice Admiral Ballast, Rear Admiral Evelyn Kennedy. She's a Rear Admiral. Captain Carl Schreck.
Oh, Shrek.
Exactly.
Donkey.
Admiral Leonid Vasiliev.
Admiral Broadbean. I'll load up another thing, but...
Page 20, the Scuttlebutt.
It's all scuttlebutt.
Derived from the daily gossip session around the ship's scuttlebutt, in parentheses, drinking fountain, the term scuttlebutt came to mean inside information to a ship's crew. Is that really true etymology? I never knew that.
Aye, aye, sir.
Aye, motherfucker.
Okay, so here's the fleet, the ships you can play as, I guess. Aircraft carrier, battleship, cruiser, destroyer. This is basically like Battleship, except,
More
fighting game.
action-oriented.
Mine layer, patrol boat, submarine, troop transport. Just says player 1 or player 2. It doesn't say like what type of ship you have necessarily.
Like, there's various ones. Like, your health kind of is based on the size of your ship and stuff, so
it's really fair to have, like a tiny ass ship going up against an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I got fucking pwned right there.
On the back of the instruction manual, there's an advertisement for Wing Commander 4, The Price of Freedom.
The price is wrong.
Is that Mark Hamill?
I think so.
Like, I think he's in that game, but that kind of the picture they used is really weird. So I don't know if it's him or not. Alright, just for the hell of it, do you want to try some explosive 2-player action on this?
Sure.
Alright, look out everybody, RockMan's taking the second controller. Not for this fight. You're all driving in circles, like, are you the little ship or the big ship?
I don't even know. I think I'm the big ship, but I thought it was the little ship there. But yeah, I don't know how to aim or anything. Alright,
like it should have an auto target, where you could override the auto target by aiming manually with circle. Fire main guns is X. Fire premium weapon is triangle.
Okay, quit.
Initiate secondary weapon square. Initiate special feature if available L1. Initiate defensive measure if available R1. Signal rescue helicopter. Restore strength R2.
Where's the other controller?
I have it here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, pick your ship.
Or ensigns. Okay, there's where it says what they are. Alright, how about you be a carrier and I be a battleship? Maybe that will be somewhat fair.
Battle station.
That sounds about right, Doom. I guess I was trying to move with the analog stick and that doesn't even work.
Okay. Trying to like turn around.
Are you just driving away from me and I can't catch up?
I'm not touching the controller. Is wrong with it?
This is explosive two-player action right here. Like I'm catching up somehow.
Apparently I stopped moving somehow.
Just fucking destroying you. Abandon ship!
We're all dead. Let's move on to the next game.
Alright, this game is just called KickBoxing. Look for these other exciting titles from Agitech or AgeTech. Putter, golf, bowling, boxing, snowboarding, billiards. I think we might even own billiards and bowling, and they're like really bare bones shit.
So, in other words, this game's gonna be awesome.
Looks kind of like an updated version of what's that fighting game on the Saturn? Like VR Fighters?
Virtual Fighter?
Virtual Fighter.
Yeah.
This car that got repoed had a video game in it.
Whoa.
Oh god, the game's not even gonna work. Yeah, like, do you guys remember like a very old AVGN where he did, you know, the Sega CD and like, you know, he said that the disc for Corpse Killer won't even work and so I can't review it. And then he looked at it and he was like, you know, you're spared Corpse Killer for now. And then, you know, he finally, you know, recently,
years later,
13 years later, finally did that, you know, thing. But like, my point is like, you're spared kickboxing for now. And as I said that, the case literally snapped in half in my hands and fell to the floor.
Yes. So it's dictated but not read.
I was going to like, if this game was just like a boring fighting game, like then I was going to have you just play that while we talk about like the trip. But then we couldn't do that, so how about this game, Skydiving Xtreme? How interesting could skydiving be? I mean, I know it's extreme.
I mean, I know it's skydiving.
If it even fucking works. didn't even show Ratmus the pictures, which I was going to do.
No pictures. I see.
I'm just not going to read the fucking disc. Check out that slut.
Whoa. That sounds promising. Give it one more try.
Look at that.
It's a great thing to do because you worry if some bad shit happens. This one also is loading the PS2.
Also, my pictures are not loading.
In the PS2. Everything's not loading.
Why is this not loading?
All right.
Right, well, my food loaded. Is this game even gonna fucking load either? Oh god. It's making that same noise.
You need to just get the PS1 out.
We might have to.
One more.
Battle stations worked.
Did it though?
All right. Well, if this works, this is what was supposed to be the main event, Crime Killer. We'll talk about the food later. All right. Let me try to find the box art for Crime Killer.
Crime fucker. Pixie logic.
Crime Killer, $7.99. Nothing outruns the long arm of the law. 60 frames per second of intense gameplay. Yeah, my ass. In the 21st century, you are a crime killer with 3 heavily armed police vehicles and a license to kill.
So it was all just a game. I never thought, but a few years on, I'd be playing it for real.
And the yo-yo consortium looks set to step and buy out city police department.
Time to hand in your badge, son. Have a nice day. See you later.
What?
God, these graphics.
Dead ass. Control the streets at breakneck speed. Okay, what other game said that?
It's a common expression, right?
All units, armed robbery in progress, 12th and 9th. Respond, please. Officer Wade responding. Raiders in sight. Pursuit in progress.
Way to go, Dad!
Exit denied.
Oh no! Move! You gotta move!
Oh shit! Dad, are you okay in there? Dad?
Is it gonna become RoboCop?
Yes.
They killed him. They killed my dad. They killed him.
Technically, it was the faulty, car safety shit.
Okay, please, AVGN, do this game. This is insane. Okay, no. Crime Killer says patrol the streets at breakneck speed. Power Drome said fly around the track or through the streets at breathtaking speeds.
Pretty damn good, I reckon.
Those totals.
Because on your shift, nothing outruns the long arm of the law. Runs at an incredibly fast and smooth 60 frames per second. Over 17 scenarios of adrenaline-pumping, high-speed criminal pursuit missions, all caught on interior or exterior cameras.
Dad would have been proud of it. The scene is the near future. Mutant bacteria have eaten all fossil fuels, and photoelectric silicon power has taken their place. Crime runs rampant as the streets claim new weapons, but then the Uriel Consortium steps in, buying the city police department.
Thank God for those mutant bacteria, cutting our reliance on fossil fuels. So this world must be an electric paradise. Criminals! Bring in lawbreakers, dead or alive, in parentheses, or barely alive, with high-powered, non-lethal, or lethal weapons.
Like music.
Maintain the peace with the turbo patrol car, bike, or wing. Maintain the peace by killing those criminals, killing those crimes.
Kill so many crimes.
Real-time 3D environments with complete freedom of movement for clean shots in the back. Realistic camera effects reflect jolts on collisions, dips on braking, and if you're not careful, oncoming bullets. 2 clear split-screen capability. You'll get spoiled by the speed, says official U.S. PlayStation magazine.
So then you'll get food poisoning from, the shittiness.
Rated teen for animated violence.
1998.
Enter a password, please.
It's great because, that wasn't even, any gameplay shit.
But that's how The Great Escape should have been.
Mm-hmm.
All that should have been a cutscene.
Still the law.
Okay, so it's CPD Officer 88. I thought it was Officer BB.
Officer BB-8.
You got a license to kill.
And thrill.
Or bring him in barely alive if you want. Wait, so you're seeing a third-person perspective of your car, yet also the HUD?
Yes, this is the future, that's how shit rolls.
Just as you said that, I literally opened the instruction manual, and the first thing it says is the future. The world of tomorrow turned out to be just like the world of today. Sure, some things have changed, but that negates my argument. After the escape of the petrol bug a few years back, technology kinda took a sidestep. It turned out some Eastern company had created a new kind of super light-powered battery pack. When the petrol vanished, they started using these power packs to run practically everything. Cars, factories, even food mixers.
Dark times.
It says it has non-lethal weapons, dude. Then they started making real-life ray guns and things really went wild. I'm not making that up. That was actually in here.
That photon torpedo blow the shit out of anything. watched my dad, die in a horrible.
Yeah, it says like this, company Uriel or Urinal or whatever it is, like bought the police, like it said. It says Uriel had been the founding father of the company, which had accidentally created the petrol bug, so I guess they were just trying to make amends. Whatever. Now the cops are just as well armed as the criminals, and a full-scale war is going to break out between law, ... and lawlessness.
Apparently I killed too many innocent people, and it, shut me down.
Come on, what's wrong with being a loose cannon? Also, half this instruction manual, the pages are stuck together.
I only murdered 50 cars of people.
You were supposed to get Talon, not the innocents. Alright, well, while you're playing this wonderful game, let me see if I can get those pictures to load and we can mention something about the trip. I think the game may have been a little loud. Okay, so Doom, part of the reason why I didn't talk about all my food and stuff was literally the first day that I went to Wisconsin. The thing I was looking forward to the most was that breakfast Monte Cristo. So I ordered the breakfast Monte Cristo on white because I don't like sourdough, which is exactly the way I got it. Every time I order anything from that menu, including last year that says it was on sourdough, I say on white, please. And actually what happened was, when I told the waitress I wanted the Monte Cristo thing, then she left, and I forgot to tell her I wanted it on white. And then she came back, and I said, oh, I forgot to mention that I would have liked that on white. And she looked confused, and she was like, it's always on white bread. And then when she gave it to me, it was just on 2 regular plain slices of white bread, not cooked in the French toast batter at all. Didn't look anything like it looked last year, and I was disappointed. And then the next day, I got on their menu a pot roast melt. And as I said, I've had a turkey melt, a ham melt, a pot roast melt. All of it is... I could even show you the pictures and compare, if I wanted to. But anyways, they served me the pot roast melt on regular, plain, old toasted bread. Not like it was before, not like last year. And it was neither one of them were anywhere near as good as they were. And I was just like, what the fuck? The chicken schnitzel that I had was good. It came with soup that was not so good, so I didn't even bother taking a picture of it. I decided to get broccoli as a side, not even thinking it was going to be any good, but actually it was really good broccoli. I had a clam chowder. The first clam chowder was not good. The second one was pretty decent. The third one was less than... It was kind of okay. The salad was okay. The garlic cheese curds I showed. I already showed the loaded red skin potatoes. Chicken and dumpling soup, we had that a couple of times, and that was awesome as always. I did have hash and eggs, and that was great. Actually, the hash that I had at Angie's, it was really, really good. It actually looked like burnt shit. And in the picture, you can't really see it because it's under the egg, but it looked really burnt and shit. It was one of the greatest hashes I've ever had, actually. So it may not have looked like much, but man, it tasted great. So yeah, unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of good soups this year either. I had a beef vegetable soup. It was okay, but it wasn't as good as a lot of the soups I'd had in previous years. And yeah, the place last year where I had steak and that tiger shrimp and the twice-baked potato, we went there again, and the menu specifically said that I would get 4 tiger shrimp, but they only gave me 3. They were good, but they only gave me 3 of them. I had steak and shrimp twice. Both of the times I asked for my steak to be medium well. Both times they gave me well done. So that was not really pleasing. And I don't know, that twice-baked potato wasn't really that great, and those vegetables sucked. There wasn't really a menu that there wasn't really a meal that I could say, every part of it was perfect. Every meal seemed to have something, even minor wrong with it. Here's a picture, of the, and I know like I'm not showing any pictures right now. I'm just looking at it myself. I had a bacon double cheeseburger, and we had it where we took the food home to eat there. We were gonna eat at the park. We didn't end up eating at the park. But then I forgot to ask for any mustard. Like it would have been better if it had some mustard on it. And the chips were terrible garbage. Like I just didn't eat the chips and just threw them away because they were crap. But the bacon cheeseburger and chicken dumpling soup was great. And the chicken meal that we get every year, the stuffing was blah, the mashed potatoes were eh, the mixed vegetables were okay. The beef tenderloin chips were fucking phenomenal. They were absolutely 10 out of 10 delicious. And then the chicken, I finally realized after all these years of I just thought fried chicken was supposed to taste like that. It's burnt shit. That's all we when we were kids, our mother would never make us fried chicken. That's too difficult. So all we ever had was KFC. Then every year we would get this fried chicken. So I kept telling Song, this is awesome fried chicken that we get every year. And then she gets it and she's like, this is a burnt, unseasoned piece of shit. And now that I actually have been watching Food Network and know about seasoning and have eaten real food, and I'm yeah, this chicken is a burnt, unseasoned piece of shit. Why did I ever like this? It was because I was a stupid kid that didn't know any better. I kept trying to say to Song oh no, we just got a bad batch, or no, you just don't know. It was much better when I was a kid or something like this. And I finally had to admit to myself, no, it's just not good. I had a corned beef hash omelet, and so did Ratmus. That was great as always. No problems with that. I just didn't feel like showing the picture again because I've showed that a million times. Which was this? Oh yeah. So then, I guess we could talk about the fiasco of
Which one?
Which fiasco? The fiasco. We had all of our meals planned out where we were going to go for dinner each night. And on Monday night, we were supposed to go to this place called the Stubborn Brothers Brewery, which is a brewery but also has a restaurant where you can get burgers and stuff in there. We had never been there before to eat. It had just been created last year. And Ratmus and our parents went in there and got some beer last year, but we had never eaten there. So we wanted to try eating there. We got to the place and nobody thought to call them or anything. Their sign said they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays. And we were well, that's disappointing. So we have to go to one of the other restaurants that we've already been to. The problem is it was Monday, July 5th, and for some reason every restaurant in town was closed. Every single restaurant in town was closed. We went to every single restaurant, tried to call them. Oh, Song told you that? So yeah, Dad was pissed off. Everyone was pissed off. They're just oh, we're gonna get fast food. And I was I will absolutely, I would rather starve going to Wisconsin to eat fast food that I could eat in Illinois rather than something that I could only get in Wisconsin. So everybody else went to Culver's.
Well, we were about to leave after that, so I need
yeah, Ratmus and his girlfriend were supposed to leave right after dinner, so there was a time crunch and people were all angry and pissed. So anyways, they went to Culver's. I was I'm gonna go get something at the Dairy Cove, because I may not have mentioned this ever, but the Dairy Cove actually has burgers, hot dogs, chicken tenders, shit like that. It's just I've never eaten any of that stuff because I've only ever had flurries or an ice cream cone or something. And I always wanted to maybe try their burgers and see how they were. I never got the chance. So I went to the Dairy Cove, got a bacon cheeseburger. It was one step above a quarter pounder. I'm this is crap. At least I got to try it, but it's crap. Then the last day when I was there, I got this prime rib sandwich. I don't think you've even seen that, have you, Ratmus? Well, I showed it on stream.
I saw Mom's when she got one.
Oh yeah, when I was showing these on stream, I said that I dumped the juice all over it, and Ramimi got mad and said that I should have dipped it. But I didn't see her say that at the time. But the thing is it was so big and the container was so small that it was hard to dip it. But first I poured a little bit over it, and then when I ate it down a little bit so it got a little smaller, then I was dipping it also. And I also cut it in half so it was easier to eat. So I wasn't a savage who was just dumping juice everywhere. I was being strategic about it, and it was great. And I already showed the burger that we had while watching Cobra. Actually, while I was having a burger, you were having a ham sandwich, was it? Or,
yeah.
Or was it chicken?
No, it was ham.
Okay.
Chicken. It was both.
Anyways, that's what I wanted to say about the food. Let me see if I can get these other pictures to load.
Okay, see, that's starting me over again because I killed too many innocents trying to kill.
All right, well, we can probably move on in a minute, but I want to talk about the trip some more. I also I posted a picture in the Discord of the Megazord. That was at the Family Dollar. There was also a Pink Ranger doll that I didn't show. What else we got here? In the Family Dollar, they had a t-shirt that had a picture of Baby Yoda, and it says, "This is my good side." And then there was also a really nice blue t-shirt in the Family Dollar that has a picture of a Game Boy, and then around the Game Boy it says the words Game Boy. And I said, this would look great on Ratmus, he should buy it. So Ratmus bought it, and he's wearing it right now. A Game Boy t-shirt, looks really cool. Did Sadie have a great time on vacation? Because I posted that she did.
That go wrong, yeah.
When I was in the Walgreens, I saw the candy bar whatchamacallit, but right next to it there was another candy bar called Whoozy What's It. It's like I don't know if it's a competitor or like, you know, if it's like an Mounds and Almond Joy situation where they're both made by the same company but slightly different. I don't know if anyone's heard of Whoozy What's It, but I've certainly heard of whatchamacallit. Also in the Walgreens, they had a tiny little Galaga tabletop machine. Like, Doom, if you've ever seen those really tiny tabletop machines that are like, I don't know, maybe 8 inches tall that you put on your desk and you play them, they had a Galaga one. They had Skittles freezer pops. They had Lay's jerk chicken flavor, which I don't think I've seen. What else did they have? I don't think I told the story, but when Ratmus and I were driving back from Mojo's in Antigo, which is like an hour drive, Ratmus missed the turn, and we ended up in this town called Wittenberg, which we haven't been to in like 20 years, but they have this butcher shop called Newski's, and you can order, like, that's where we get our hams from every Thanksgiving, and like that's where we get bacon from and corned beef. Like, you can order online from them anytime and have a ham delivered. It's called Newski's. But I hadn't been to their store like in like 20 years, even though it's not that far. But we just decided to go there because we were right there. And so like that's where we got the bison sausage bites. That's where we got bison summer sausage, which I haven't tried yet. That's where we got the irregular bacon that Ratmus posted in the Discord. What else did we buy there?
We got some like smoked pork chops for our father. I got some like Sicilian pasta sauce to try.
That's where I got the Amish microwave popcorn. I also got a bag of pre-made cheddar popcorn. We got a whole bunch of stuff there. What else? I'm trying to think. We got. If you've ever remembered me talking about Sprecker's root beer, Sprecker's is a company, a bottling company in Wisconsin. They make root beer and other sodas, but they had barbecue sauce made with Sprecker's root beer, which we got. They had mustard made with Sprecker's root beer, which we got, and they had popcorn made with Sprecker's root beer, which we did not get. So yeah, that was interesting. And then I already mentioned that I went to this Amish bakery with my mom. Ratmus wasn't there. They had a whole bunch of different types of bread. They had bacon cheese bread. I took a picture of it, but we didn't buy it. I got a really nice blueberry-filled donut, which was really good. Didn't take a picture of it, sadly. Hopefully I can get one next year. What else did we get from the Amish bakery itself? I think like Mom got some blackberry jam. Dad got some donuts that he already ate. I didn't show this picture, Doom, but in one of the antique stores, they had a shelf full of like Disney princess, well, not all Disney princess, like little figurines. Like, actually, they're not that little. Like, how tall would you say these figurines are?
8 inches or something.
Like maybe an 8-inch figurines. Like, that's like the Queen from Snow White, right? That's Jasmine. Who's that supposed to be? Cinderella or something? That's Snow White. There's Maleficent, and like I don't know, but they have some Disney princess things there. I did buy something for Quack that is duck themed. I'll have to get that to him eventually. What else? What else? One of the places had a Bee Gees album that I took a picture of. There was this metal sign that said Lighthouse Armors Family Soap, and it had a weird lighthouse on it, but I didn't show that because we don't know what the hell the lighthouse is. Oh, when I was in the bookstore, again, I did not show this picture, but they had two 100-piece puzzles, one featuring Mickey Mouse and one featuring Minnie Mouse. And there's like the weird stuff that I took a picture of in the dollar store. See, here's the Stars and Stripes soda. They have lemon lime flavor, orange flavor, and I think root beer and cola, but the brand is called Stars and Stripes. Do you count Banjo-Kazooie as doing a puzzle?
Cool.
They had the Lorax by Dr. Zeus in the bookstore, and the Super Mario coloring book. We went to the Sherwin-Williams store to get paint, because it's where you get it, as we all know. There's Sadie and the True Value.
We should probably switch games. You still want to be talking?
I'm almost done. There's some chickens in the True Value, which I didn't show. This weird... I remember showing a picture last year of a Batman thing that you water plants with, but they also had a Wonder Woman one, which was weird.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, Ratmus doesn't know about this, but on the last day when we were going to the grocery store before we left town, like, somebody had to be evacuated by an ambulance, I think because of, like, heat stroke or something, because it was so effing hot and humid that day. Like, I almost died, like, packing up the car. Also at the gas station, I saw this truck that said Apex Heating and Air Conditioning. I
saw that, too.
Took a picture of that because Apex... And we also saw it on the highway later, assuming it was the same truck. I don't know. And yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I mean, Ratmus hasn't told the first-person story about his harrowing almost death. All right, get the game out. Do we want to actually? We should do which PlayStation game didn't work? Let's try Power Drome again.
Okay.
Give it another try. See if it works. If not, maybe we could try the PS1 to see one of these PS1 games.
Because 3 of the PS1 games didn't work.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I guess let me set the stage. Let me wait till Doom gets back.
Set the stage when no one's there. Hey, Pop.
I don't know where Doom's the only one watching. I don't know where everyone is. I mean, I guess song is working.
Everyone else has, other things that they need to do.
They should have told their bosses, listen here, you little shit.
You fucker. Fucking son of a bitch.
You skipped that. Already fucking up.
Everything's fucking up, right, Sadie? Create profile. BQ.
Insufficient space. Continue without retrying.
Race. Stupid bitch. Easy. Dude was on pins and needles in this economy.
Skip to race.
3, 2, 1, go.
While it's playing, how does it play?
Like turn radius is very weird.
Fucking sell these back next year.
Yes.
The price is still on them.
They're gonna pay him.
Alright, clearly this ain't working.
I don't think it's the game. I think it's our system.
Wonderful. Got $200 for a new system. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, if anyone's watching. We're now going to switch systems to the PS1 and hope that the mirror box can keep up. If it can't, then we're fucked. Great, I didn't even turn it off yet.
No, it's going to be even more broken.
Alright. Alright, Doom, we're trying to switch to the PS1 now, so pray for the capture card to work.
Pray to the avocado toast gods.
Pray to the capture card gods.
In the rapture raggy.
Scooby's like, it's time for the rapture raggy.
Yes. Zoinks!
Holy crap, we got sound, everybody. Scooby Doo.
Food. Holy shit. Moving on. I'm so hyped for this.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to continue.
Hitting start, bitch. Like, is this not in all the way? Okay. Clean start. Yeah, load the frickin' garbage.
Like, clearly the controller works, you're moving the thing, but it just won't start.
Yeah. And I'm hitting every button.
Pages are crusted together.
Somebody jizzed on this.
You try X?
Yeah.
Try a different controller?
Try the non...
So you're wearing a loincloth?
It's a mawashi, right? And yes. Yes, same thing. Hitting X. Okay. It's probably to the...
Made a noise.
Looks like...
It said start is not how you start the game. You're supposed to highlight start and press X.
Well, maybe the X button on that one isn't working right, but I hit X and it might be loading now. So you like to play kickboxing, Snake? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Alright, well, since this is taking forever to load, and then it finishes...
Just load up and more loading.
So, what happened with the tubing? Ratmus's girlfriend decided we should all go tubing instead of renting a boat. And, Ratmus's friend and his girlfriend got invited, last minute. And, Sadie was coming because Sadie could go in the wonderful tubes. So we all had these giant inner tubes that, by the way, written on them was advertisements for the county market and other Sundrop and other things like that, which was great. So we all got into the river, and everyone was taking coolers. So we had two rafts that could have been used for coolers. One of them big, one of them small. We put the cooler in there. We had some drinks in there. We had an extra towel, some sunscreen. One of them was empty, ideally we wanted to get Sadie in one of them, but we're pretty sure that she wouldn't go in it. Your girlfriend was just she'll just sit on somebody's lap. So, Ratmus, you explain what happened.
So we tried that for a bit, but it wasn't comfortable having her on that. She didn't want to go in the water. She likes water only if she can stand. And then, I got out of my tube, put Sadie on my girlfriend's lap, and, it was working for a while. And, it was deep, but, not too deep, up to my chest, kind of, in a lot of places. So we started going down the river like that. But then, I was out of my tube for a bit, just kind of swimming around. Then my girlfriend was like, oh, let's have her swim around, because she didn't want her on her lap anymore. And so... we tried that, but Sadie just wanted to escape and go to the shore. Then eventually she was getting tired and panicking. So, we couldn't get to the shore. No one else was helping because everyone else couldn't really see what was going on. But Sadie started, being on me, weighing me down. And I wasn't in a tube. I didn't have a life jacket on or anything. So I'm just holding on to the two rafts while Sadie is on top of me freaking out. And, I couldn't hold myself there for that. Eventually, I think my friend got out and kind of helped, and then we were able to get to a place where I could stand. Because, I forgot, at that point, the river got deep enough where I couldn't stand. I didn't realize that, it was going to get that deep. So, I was struggling. We couldn't get to the shore to get Sadie anywhere. And, I didn't have a life jacket on. So... It just turned out awful. Eventually, we were able to get to a point where we can get Sadie in one of the tubes, I think on top of I was able to get back into a tube because we could stand closer to the shore.
You forgot the part where she kicked you in the face and your glasses went into the river.
Yeah. Yeah, like, we tried to get Sadie into the raft. She was like, no, no, no. You'd think she would want to go in the raft. No, she kicked me in my face, knocked my glasses into the river. Thankfully, I was able to feel around under where my leg was while my girlfriend was, like, screaming. I thought she, like, saw them and they were somewhere else. But no, thankfully I didn't, like, listen to what I thought she was saying. And I found them and was able to get them back.
And, so yeah, then while you said like Sadie was on top of you, you went underwater, and I heard you like glug glugging and like drowning and couldn't breathe. So that was great. And then like when we finally realized what was happening to you, like I had somebody throw you one of the life preservers, and then like you were trying to get Sadie to the shore. So like somehow for some reason like somebody disconnected us from something that I thought we were just like disconnecting something that didn't need to be connected. But like it turned out what happened was like me and I think it was like me and basically all of us got separated from my mom. Like our mom was off floating by herself, completely like unhelpful and unprotected, and just sitting in the tube attached to like two empty rafts basically. And so like she's like at one point like I was paddling to the shore to try and help, and like your friend was trying to help, and then we looked back and realized that our mom wasn't even connected and was like down on the other side of the fucking river. So then your friend at that point was like, he had to change so he instead went to go rescue our mom while I was trying to get to the shore to rescue you.
I didn't even realize that was happening just because of what was going on with me. Eventually they got me a life jacket. I couldn't like connect it, but I was able to wrap it around me. And then I got into a tube. I was exhausted, frustrated.
By the time this was all over, Ratmus got back in his tube, and then Sadie got on top of Ratmus, and we were able to all reconnect into a circle. But then, like Ratmus was about to say, the horribleness wasn't over, right?
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't get in a good position with my neck. I have neck issues with the muscles, and I think just the way the life jacket thing was around me, it was hurting my neck, so I was getting like motion sickness and kind of dizzy. It's like I'm glad we got to the end when we did, but like I felt like shit afterwards.
So yeah, as Doom says, it was a wonderful experience, right?
And like the whole stuff with the boat, like maybe we're gonna do both or what. But there was no boats that we could rent because my girlfriend's like, we don't know what the weather is, so if you get reserve one too early, then we'll be stuck with one with on a shitty weather. You can always cancel. Switch games. Next time I'm just gonna do that. The problem is no one else wanted to do it. Everyone's telling me, when are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that? And it's like, why is it all on me? So I didn't do anything to the last minute.
Because you and your girlfriend are the ones who want to rent the boat, not me.
It was just such a annoying thing to try to get the boat. I'm just gonna, for next year or whatever, I'll just try to reserve it months in advance and screw with my girlfriend saying, oh, we don't know where, what, and why.
Yes, you should do that if you really want a boat. You should do that.
I'd rather do the boat. That was nicer. There's a sandbar. Sadie stands there and it's nice. Sadie likes the water, but when she can't stand and when she can't be in control.
It seemed like she liked it much last year.
Yeah.
But I personally thought that if it was just me, Song, Ratmus, and his girlfriend, no Sadie or anyone else, I would have loved that tubing.
Yeah, I think if Sadie, my girlfriend was also like, oh, maybe we can leave her with your dad, but it seemed like she started out okay, and trying to leave her with our dad, isn't always a good thing, because you can't, I don't trust him to get her out of the car fine, and the shitty stuff where he had to. Did we mention that he had to drive home the first day?
No, I wasn't going to even mention that. By the way, this game is Skydiving Xtreme.
So it's like that.
All right, so if you want to tell even more horrible stories, so yeah, the first day we get there, it started to be like 8 or 9 p.m. and then I start hearing rumblings about how like Dad needed to go to Walgreens or somewhere because he had forgot something, and then like all of a sudden out of nowhere, like Mom's telling me that like Dad has to take Ratmus's car and drive home from Wisconsin back to our house here because he forgot something important. And I know that you were more privy to that because you like Dad was talking to you multiple times. So if you want to take over the story from there.
Yeah, like basically he had me help with stuff. He's like, I need my diabetes medicine things, and like I tried to help him with some of his insulin stuff, but I don't do the stuff for him. I don't know those things. Apparently there was some like small plastic thing that he needed in order for everything to work, and didn't realize he didn't have it until like and couldn't get it anywhere else. Like you can't just go to a pharmacy and like buy that. So he had to take my car at the middle of the night, and like he was pissed off too because like I had almost no gas because I was gonna fill it up the next morning, so I had to go get gas for him and then like do all that shit.
Like he's already pissed that he didn't have his thing. He has to drive home. Now there's no gas, and then also Ratmus and our dad both have Priuses, but apparently there's like some difference in the Priuses. So like he was confused about how to operate the car. He couldn't use his phone's Bluetooth. Like he kept like saying he was leaving and then coming back to ask more questions. Like meanwhile I'm at the Dairy Cove trying to get my flurry, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like we were up, and our dad like can't see worth shit. Like he honestly really shouldn't even be driving. He can barely drive. I mean, he can drive, but he can't see like what's written on the, the display behind the steering wheel that says the speed. Well, like now it's all computerized and like everything with the hybrid. He can't read any of that. He tries to use the cruise control, doesn't know how to use it. He can barely read street signs very far. Like, and so now he's driving home in the pitch dark. That he like is totally dark in the middle of the night. He can't see. Amazingly, he made it home safely. And then when he got home, by the way, we have a security system that he insisted that we get a security system and install it. So he comes back here and he has to get from the garage to the front door to enter the code to deactivate the security alarm that he insisted we have, which he doesn't know how to use because we never told him how to use it because we never thought he'd have to use it because I'm always one who runs in there and puts in the code. And also, I had turned off the air conditioning and all the toilets while we were gone because that's the procedure we do. So he comes back to a house where he had to somehow turn the alarm off at midnight, turn the air conditioning back on, although I don't think he did because he said it wasn't even that hot, and the toilets weren't functioning. And so, yeah, he had to go back here, get his medicine, then he slept here probably in his chair, and then left at 8 a.m. in the morning the next day to come back, right? So yeah, Doom says it was like a fucking disaster. I mean, it was basically like, I wouldn't, like I said, like I tried to be, when I was talking earlier about when I showed the pictures, I said overall I had a good time. It was kind of a series of like, it would switch back and forth between like, oh, here's a fucking disaster, here's some great relaxing time. At least for me.
Time ran out. This is all like here's button bullshit.
You know, I'm glad I didn't have to drive back home and back for some stupid medical thing that I forgot. You know, I'm glad that I didn't almost drown. I'm sorry that Ratmus did. What's with this game? You just input commands?
Yeah, it like has you input commands and like they go very quickly. Wow. Yeah, should we move to the next game?
Yeah, it's time to move to the next game. So yeah, that was all the story of our vacation.
Like also to my girlfriend, like has been having stomach issues since then. Like I came home.
Yeah, what's up with? Is she gonna be okay, or is she gonna go to the doctor, or what?
She
now?
saw the doctor today, and she told me that, like, let's see if she got back to me at all. But she said, I got home from the doctor, gonna sleep before I get more sick. I'll fill you in later.
Now, what caused her sickness? Was it any of the food?
I don't know if it was like eating too much of the food or what, because like you'd think after, like, she started to feel like this Sunday morning, so by now, she should be better. We've been eating most of the same stuff. Like, I don't know what the deal is with what, if she just, ate something that, like, irritated her stomach, or...
This is Streak Hoverboard Racing. Reject the tyranny of gravity and embrace the future of board sports.
B-O-R-E-D.
Extreme hoverboard racing reserved for the reckless and the lawless.
He's on a hoverboard!
Is this game malfunctioning, or is it supposed to be like that?
It's supposed to be malfunctioning, because that's extreme.
Well, the people on the front cover are not naked, so...
I'm the tutorial. See, join the circuit.
I said, join the circus.
Be pierced because he lost the scuttlebutt.
Just dropped the case out of nowhere.
At least it didn't fall in half.
Difficulty smudge. What the hell does that even mean?
It's like a Scosh.
It's like a Schofield?
Schofield unit. Schofield. I'd rather be playing that game.
Prison Break?
Yes.
I told Doom it was so horrible, that's why we never streamed it. You want to be playing that now?
After these games, could it really be that bad?
This fucking punk you're playing as.
It's like 2015 up in here.
This shit is so low res.
It is.
Not enough, clearly. So how's the gameplay?
It looks like a PlayStation, skateboarding game, but it's just you're just moving so fast and can't really do shit.
Do you need a hint? Call 1-900-2GT.
1-900 take my money, bitch.
No, excuse me. Call 1-900-CALL-2GT. 95 cents per minute, $1.95 for fax back maps.
Whoa, they can fax us? Call right now.
Must be 18 years or older or have parents' permission to call touch tone phones only. GTgames.com.
Get out of here with that rotary bullshit, you poor ass bastards.
I want them to fax me some maps of this hoverboard racing game. Why would you even need a map?
That's why you gotta, get that fax.
I mean, I guess it's probably for any game from this company, which is, it's GT Interactive Software. So their thing is GTgames.com, call to GT. There's also an advertisement for some game called Rogue Trip Vacation 2012.
Whoa.
It says, more than 1 million fans can't be wrong. And I think they could be wrong.
I think they're very wrong. At least it wasn't Trip 2021, because all the shit that we said happened to us would have happened.
Road Trip 2020, that they would have had no idea how horrible that vacation would have been.
Oh god, the virus.
Press and hold the select button while using the directional button left to hide the racing display.
I'm trying to play the game, I don't fucking care.
I just want to know why the hell you would want to hide the racing display. It's not like it's that intrusive.
Oh, it's intrusive, brother.
Okay, now it's got full page profiles of all the characters. Cat, Edge.
I only had Havoc and Pierce were the only selectable ones.
Look at this chick, the femme fatale.
Whoa. Yeah, why can't I be her?
Some surfer guy named Grooves. Yeah, I mean, I took a trip in February 2020, to see Song for 2.5 weeks, right before
shit.
There's Havoc, the guy with the football. There's Jade,
who's the guy with the foot fetish.
Mortal Kombat ripoff. There's a snowboarding or skiing guy named Mogul. I didn't get it.
Save Shadow. All right, enough of this shit.
Whoa. You got 7 more minutes before we got to switch to the NES. You're playing as Pierce, right?
Yeah.
His real name is Philip Aragon, age 23. The death of his father drove this cyclist to the streets. Whoa, a second game about the main character having the death of his father,
I don't think his father's death was extreme as that other games. This one he probably freaking choked out.
I like how their nicknames are clearly based off their hobbies. Mogul is the skier. There's a mountain climbing chick named Sierra.
And
there's a skateboarding guy named Wheels. No, it's Aragon with an Arogan. Like, Jade has a sword, Bruised is a surfer. Fatale is her name, and she looks like a femme fatale. She's like barely wearing any clothes, and she's got guns and the sunglasses, and she's not looking at the explosion behind her. It says she's a special ops agent. What the fuck? Oh my god, like, I didn't even read about, like, any of these other characters, and I go to the first one, it says Cat. It's a chick on a motorcycle. Cat gets her feline agility from years of gymnastics. Guess what the next sentence is?
Wink, wink, or you know what I mean?
No. She never got over the death of her father.
Jesus, nobody
I think every one of these characters, I'm just going to assume their father died horribly.
That's everything if, you know, it says that.
For Jade, it says, family disgrace forced this expert martial artist to fake her own death. I'm going to assume that the family disgrace was that her father died in that sex thing like David Carradine. This guy, it says, his desire for Olympic glory was sidetracked by his passion for streaking. In other words, running naked, of course.
And he suffered the death of his father.
Also, his father died. The mountain climbing chick is an orphan to begin with. So, yeah.
When she found her biological father, who immediately died.
Immediately died, yes. Oh my god.
It's like, you know,
all right.
Walt Disney has, you know, the dead mom thing.
All these games are about people with dead fathers. I bet when you were skydiving earlier, you know, what drove those people to skydive was the death of their fathers.
Some neck-breaking speeds, let's just say.
Alright, so that's all of the PlayStation games that we can play. So everybody hold on to your necks and hold on to your capture cards. We're going to try switching to the Super Nintendo, which we have partially hooked up at this point.
Your parents help you partially de-hook it up. Your paraplegic, you know, father is going to die.
I'll make this all nice and tidy later. Just throw the controllers and cords over in that pile. Yes. Move that over there.
Throw them out your fucking window. You know, wedge them open with a butter knife. I don't care.
Alright, this game says that it's Super NES mouse compatible, so get a controller and get the mouse. Whoa. Sadie thinks we're done. Spoilers, we're not.
See, we're not done. We got Super Nintendo shit.
I don't know how this works. Does it plug into the second controller?
I guess so.
Holy shit, was this thing in the flood?
Probably. And we haven't used it since then.
Oh, I streamed Mario Paint, I'll tell you that.
Dude, let's just say there's so many games that use the mouse. You should have the guts to, you know, stream that shit.
Alright, holy shit, there's actually sound. This game is Vegas Stakes.
Steaks, right? Let's go for a Vegas adventure.
Who the hell is that guy? I bet his father's dead. Wait, is this like Desert Bus, except we're in a car? All these people are in that car?
It's the, you know... I thought I'd, like, seen something of this before. Did, like, AVGN mention something of this?
He might have. He did do some games like this recently. Yeah, I think his comment may have been like, you know, why is the story necessary for something like this? Like, why can't it just go right into blackjack? You know, why do we need this? Does the mouse work? Have you tried it?
No, I haven't.
Let me see if I can look this game up and see if it has any information. Vegas Stakes, known as Las Vegas Dream in Japan. It's made by HAL Laboratory, so Doom should love it.
Thumbnail.
Butt Sniff? What the hell?
Please, Mr. Butt Sniff is my father.
It's also for Game Boy. The Super NES version supports the SNES mouse, but how?
I'm guessing when you actually get to the plane.
It is the sequel to the NES game Vegas Dream.
Let's be Cliffy. Looks like he's got some medical conditions.
And a dead father.
It's ringing.
The game sees the player go to Las Vegas to gamble with $1,000. Using that $1,000, the player must try to win $10 million at different casinos.
And then get kicked out.
There's multiplayer? Like how? In the multiplayer game, poker cannot be played since everyone could see everyone else's cards. Various friends. Goal is to win $10 million. If you lose all your money, it's game over. The game features blackjack, poker, craps, roulette, and slot machines. When the player wins $100,000, the Laurel Palace Casino is unlocked. Aside from gambling, the player will also have interactions with the traveling party and with random casino patrons. Oh yeah, because I remember like AVGN was talking about this. Like, doesn't like people like they try to scam you basically? Like, if anyone asks you for money, just like don't give it to them. There's like nothing good that come out of it, and people can pickpocket you. Nintendo Power praised the SNES version for its realistic gambling games, its 4-player mode, and its compatibility with Super NES mouse. However, Nintendo Power negatively wrote, more variety in the games would have been nice.
Okay, I plugged the mouse into the first port.
Okay. Yeah, it's like there's nothing in here that tells how to use the mouse, so...
So you can use the controller or the mouse. Raise it.
You should clearly go all in.
There, I'll put 900.
Wait, are you the dealer?
It seems like it. It's called.
It's like you're controlling everyone?
No, like these are not me.
Also, what game are you? Oh, 7-card stud, okay. Why don't you start with some blackjack?
Do that next.
I'll try to clean up some of this mess while we get ready for the next game system.
We want to be that kind of person, huh? I didn't even look at my cards.
The secret to winning is not even looking at your cards.
You think you're some kind of hotshot, huh?
How's this music, by the way?
Let's get our last cards and go. Come on. I'm Duke Silver.
So far, the games that I'm really happy that we bought are Starsky and Hutch, Crime Killer, and Black and Bruised. Would you pretty much agree with those?
Yes. Oh, I actually won.
What What happened to the power cord for the PS1?
Maybe it's still plugged in. Let me what's this? Let me go to one of the other games on that.
They do some blackjack.
The mouse. The epic music.
See this every time you load the thing up?
Well, I guess if I continue it with something else, but like, if they give me an option to like stop playing that, and I just want to get to blackjack real quick.
Is your phone done charging?
Yeah.
Mr. Ass.
Whoa. Actually, let me play Super C, right? How about Maria slot? It's ringing, everybody. Select the game, blackjack. Time to count some cards.
Alright, well, after this Doom, we still have 2 NES games to play. And because I can't switch to the AVS because it's HD and this is the mirror box, we don't want to fuck anything too up, so I'm actually going to break out the top loader NES. And, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I may as well tell you right now, the 2 NES games that we got are Operation Wolf and Silent Service. And Operation Wolf was pretty clean, but when I went to clean Silent Service, it looked like the circuit board was rusted to hell. Did you look at this, by the way? Wow. Like, it just looks really bad. I don't know if it's gonna work. That's assuming we can even switch to the NES safely. Now I gotta figure out where I put the top loader. This thing hasn't been used in a long time. It's got dust and cobwebs all over it. Yeah, like, didn't we have some discussion about, like, which submarine game I was thinking of in the Indiana Beach arcade? And I don't remember if it was, I don't remember what it was. I may have seen it, those in the arcade, I'm not sure.
Lovely. Let's if you want to use the mouse and, you know, play a wonderful Super Nintendo gambling game, that's, you know, a mediocre way to do it.
Not done yet, Sadie. time since I used this. I believe this is the power cord for it, and then it's
Gotta believe.
I think it has, as you can see, it has 2 prongs, but only one of them works. Will fit. The other ones, I don't know for what reason. And then, instead of having a dedicated AV cord, you just need to use regular composite, which I will need to get for you in a second. Alright. Do I have regular composite cables in here? No, they're over somewhere else. Put that in the garbage.
I got that stupid in my head. The hell fell on the floor.
Something fell over there. Know where or what it was. Plug that composite in. The thing that holds my ball. This shithole.
So, dude, what was your favorite game so far? Too shit. Do I have to pick one?
You know how you say you like them all for different reasons? I think Doom liked none of them for different reasons.
I think some of them had some pretty good reasons.
I mean, I think Doom told me, you know, that he hoped they were all going to be terrible. So if he was being serious, then, you know, this was a great stream because they were all pretty terrible. The worst one was great. All right, so let's start with Operation Wolf since we don't know how this is even going to go. It's going about that well. Fucking blow on it. At least we got sound. Not that loud. See, blowing always works, kids. Push start button or pull the trigger of what?
Persona!
Is this Zapper compatible?
Gun speed fastest.
I'm gonna look this game up.
It seems like it would be, considering what it's talking about. Of course, it would work on this television.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Easy.
It's a light gun shooter developed by Taito. As we saw, it was ported to various home systems. You are playing as Special Forces operative Roy Adams.
Roy's our boy.
It's an on-rail shooter, you rescue hostages, I mean, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty self-explanatory. I guess I'm just looking for anything that's out of the ordinary interesting.
Shooting birds like this was Duck Hunt.
Okay. This game was ported to the, and then it lists like 1,000,000 1980s computer systems, including DOS, Amiga, Atari, Commodore 64. Most of these ports lack any kind of light gun support, with the exceptions of the NES, Master System, and the ZX Spectrum.
Oh, I died. Lethal injury. Ah, damn commies.
Commies. In 2005, this game was released on Xbox, PS2, and Windows as part of Taito Legends. However, light gun support is unavailable.
No!
NES version was released on North American Wii Virtual Console, but obviously no light gun or anything like that support even on the Wii version. And I don't know what information I was looking for, but
No, I shot the innocent.
it's pretty much what you see is what you get. Doom says he's never even been to level 2. I think it said it had 6. The game is divided into 6 stages, each of which advances the story when completed. For example, after the jungle stage is completed, Adams interrogates an enemy soldier and learns the location of the concentration camp where the hostages are being held. This was one of the first shooter games to feature a storyline.
Feature a concentration camp.
There were many, many, many Atari games that featured concentration camps. Asteroids, for one.
Whoa.
I just made that up. Don't at me. So could you, like, choose the level you wanted? Is that
I don't think so. Like, I was trying to hit left and right and shit, but,
Apparently this was released on North American NES in May of 1989. The song wasn't even born yet.
She was almost born.
Almost, but not quite. She was born when it came out in North America on the Sega Master System.
Whoa.
Sometime in 1991.
We're waiting, you fuckers. I also like how the life bar or whatever, like, you know, goes all the way to the right and up the screen slightly.
So, it's also like the North American version is almost always last in terms of releasing this game. Like we got the game in the arcade last after Japan and the EU. Well, I guess it was not the EU; it was just Europe.
Oh god, no! I'm in the concentration camp.
That's dark.
Switch games.
I'm not done talking about this yet.
Alright, fine.
We got it on first NES, first in Japan, then North America, then Europe. And Sega Master System, Europe first, then North America. The NES version allowed for multiple endings depending on how many hostages were rescued. The player would be awarded points in the form of combat pay and be greeted by the President of the United States, Ronnie.
And I was kidnapped by ninjas.
The number of surviving hostages corresponded with the President's tone to the player. 0 angry, 1 unhappy, 2 disappointed, 3 satisfied, 4 happy, 5 very happy. Whoa. I guess if this came out, well... The arcade version originally came out in 1987, so it would have been President Ronnie. Yeah.
And
yeah, it basically says that this was very popular and helped popularize this genre. All right, if you're ready, we could try the last game, which is Silent Service, which is extremely rusty, and who knows what's going to happen here. So look out.
It's extremely secret.
Holy crap, it actually loaded a title screen without gobbledygook gibberish, and it has sound.
Whoa. Can I use the mouse?
Sadly, no. That's the Pacific Ocean, all right. Look at it. Look at your HUD. This is clearly the best way to control a submarine.
The best way to finish a stream. What the... We are on the surface. I'm doing stuff. It's like...
Also, would you rather play the video game tubing or go tubing? Which, by the way, while we were tubing, Ratmus's friend's girlfriend, and they were talking about how she loved the actual video game tubing back in the day in the arcade. And she used to play it a lot and loved it, is what she was saying. All right, well, we don't have the manual, but, we can look that up on the internet.
Well, we lack in the manual, we make up for it, I don't understand what the fuck's going on. I thought there'd be some sort of story. Oh, whoa, we got lost.
Story? This ain't Operation Wolf. Find them, chase them, sink them. That's the first thing it says in the manual.
Use the USS Pootie Tang. What the fuck? I like started it and then it like said I was dead.
I don't know. Like, most of this is devoted to telling you like what a submarine is and how it works. Attack controls. To identify the target under the crosshairs on the periscope / binoculars.
Yeah, like I start this and it immediately says you're dead.
Like, do it again. I'm not looking.
I selected the USS Pootie Tang. Arrived at the base. Ship sunk during this mission. Your rank.
Well, I mean, it's true to life because I think like in a previous stream I was reading about like, you know, submarines in World War II, and I was like, that's a real sub that like sunk itself and, you know, is featured in this game. So
is that just like a troll? Like, yeah, like the actual ship got fucking, you know, nerfed in its own.
Here, people in chat who is basically Kodoom, look at this fucking manual. If you can even see that. How do I make this bigger if I even can? I can make it bigger, but you can't really see what the hell it's talking about. It's like, I know you can't read that, but just like look at it, like just all of this writing is just like talking about like battles and enemies and Pacifics, and it's like would take way more brain power than I could figure out how, like, what the fuck they're talking about. Like, nothing is like easy controls, like, oh, here's what you do.
It's like, it's a very technical.
You know, like, the only thing that has like a controller is like, there's a picture of a controller and it points to it, and it's literally telling, like, you would think that diagram would tell you, this is shoot, this does this. No, it says this is the control pad, this is the select button, this is the start button, this is the B button, and this is the A button. And then like attack controls, but then it doesn't tell you what's what. It goes into like a 6-paragraph thing about how submarine, you know, combat works.
Hey, look, we're, you know, in the fucking atmosphere watching something happen.
Yeah, we'd have better luck operating a real nuclear submarine than we would figuring out how to play this game. Yeah, see, the USS Tang was sunk by its own torpedo. February 8th, 1945.
This is difficulty level 1.
You know, like, I severely apologize to the 78 men who died on board, and they were war heroes, and I will remember their memory. But sorry, but your fucking game sucks.
It's a terrible way to be remembered.
This was the only time that a Momsen lung was used to escape a sunken submarine. Yeah, it was like a very primitive, like, underwater breathing apparatus type thing.
That's more interesting in this game.
I think The Great Escape was more interesting than this game. Doom, do you want to revise your thing? Do you want to say that this was worse than The Great Escape, or what? But yeah, that's our last game. We're not going to go back to anything. We're not going to do anything fun. We're going to end the stream with this. So tomorrow I'm supposed to start Wind Waker. I'm going to do some tests to see if I can get some stuff worked out with the GameCube, because I'm not happy with this mirror box. So I'm either going to return it and try to get one of the other things that Buck suggested, or I'm going to try to do something else.
I figured out how to, like, turn the thing at least. I'm doing loop-de-doos around this ship.
Well, that's already better than that combat game, right? Where you were just driving away from me, right?
Yes.
You can see what's going on here, but you'd frankly rather not
dive.
So yeah, like, capture card issues aside, the theoretical plan is that I'm going to do some tests. I'm going to start Wind Waker tomorrow. next week Ratmus is going to be back to Twilight Princess, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else to say? Any closing thoughts or anything?
Well, we crashed. I did something.
Yes,
That's thrilling.
double Zelda action. Thanks, Doom, for being here and being the only one who talked in the entire stream. I'm sure you lurkers enjoyed this stuff.
The shit fest.
And everyone on YouTube will enjoy it eventually, I'm sure. But, yeah.
Will they, though?
We're not going to bother rating anyone. I'm sure it'll host Matt or something. We got Summer Games Done Quick going on, apparently.
Summer Cloud.
Smoke a Loco's doing Tropical Freeze. Yeah, Matt's doing some fucking game I never heard of. All right.
Yes, thanks,
and we will see you next year at this time for some more wonderful RockMan and Ratmus games. So remember, tell your boss to fuck off, you little shit, because this is important. That's the end of the stream. Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Say goodbye, Ratmus.
Goodbye, everybody. A.K.A. Doom.
I'm going to say goodbye, Ratmus.
That's cliche.